Welcome back to another video, and today I'll be highlighting some key points on why I think control mode should be permanent and not an LTM. Because let's face it, since the start of the season most of us probably played more of control mode than we did battle royale. I for one know that I did for sure, but let's get into the main part of the video. The first reason is the most obvious, and that's because it's fun. Unlike arenas where it's a constant sweat fest, whether you're playing normal or ranked arenas, or in pubs or ranked battle royale, where the most fun you'll probably have is not getting spam finished by a wraith. Control mode is fun and laid back. Yes, you have the tryhards who leave the match when your team is losing or turn on their mics to be toxic. Control mode is still extremely fun and laid back when the time is right. Just constant action and fun is what this game needs sometimes. Because I swear, Apex Legends takes years off my life expectancy every time I go into a battle royale match, not to mention arenas. So just the fun aspect of control mode would be a great addition to the game. The second reason is constant practice. The ability to constantly practice your gun skills, aim and movement into control is unlike any other game mode in Apex. Yes, you have the firing range and you can turn on the dummies to get a slightly better experience, but it's a stress-free environment without a next human being who has a brain trying to outsmart you and you trying to outsmart them. The constant practice you get from control mode helps in all aspects of your game. You get constant aim training with the different loadouts in the mode, and there's a lot of varieties to choose from close range, medium range and long range. You can practice with guns that you aren't so confident with in control mode with no penalty of dying and going back straight to the lobby. You are playing against other players, so their movement isn't as static as the dummies in the firing range. The player behind the character is also going to try their best to win that 1v1, so getting that constant practice in is a huge help in your overall improvement as a player. This topic has two other subgenres though. I said the main topic is constant practice. The first point I talked about was aim, and now the second point I want to talk about is movement. In Apex we always say that movement is everything. You might practice your wall jumps and super glides only in the firing range and don't get that much of a chance to use those actual movement abilities in game, because you fear that you might mess up and cost your team the game, because once you're dead, that's it. But in control mode you can constantly practice your movement as much as you want without that fear of letting your team down, because when you die you just respawn and go again. It's not as deep as battle royale. I personally have been practicing my wall jumps in stress induced environment such as fights and just trying to get away from enemies a lot in control, so much that I literally always try to find an angle to wall jump off of in battle royale matches now, because I'm confident in my ability to do it now. Because I've practiced in an environment where I'm playing against actual players. I might not always get to kill them after I wall jump over them to break their line of sight on me, but it's just the consistency of how much I wall jump and also the feeling of getting used to doing it so that it becomes a natural part of my game. So control mode is really good for practicing movement outside of the firing range. The next topic in this subgenre is that you get constant action. With the ability to just respawn and immediately get back into the action without having to wait for a queue time, looting and finding people, control provides constant action no matter how many times you've died. You're able to change your loadouts, legends and also spawn points to get dead center in the action if you really want to. Without the layer of RNG and to wait for our next match, you are able to get constant practice in with the amount of action you get. You are able to improve your aim, accuracy, gun skill, movement, situational awareness, 1v1s, and get more comfortable with legends you've never played before. You are able to constantly improve no matter what when playing control mode. The third and final reason is that there is no downtime in control, unlike battle royale, where if you get killed you have to wait for your teammate to get your banner or go back to the lobby and wait to get into another match. Also, not to mention the fact that you have to find loot and also find fights, or arenas where if you die you have to wait until your team wins or lose that 2v3. Then you have to go back to your spawn point and purchase back your loadout. In control mode, the only downtime you have is to wait for you to spawn back after the respawn cooldown, and then you're back in the action over and over again until you either win or lose that match completely. You get constant action. The main point behind this video is to show Respawn that the community loves control mode, and it will be a great addition to the game if made permanent. It's great for practicing your fundamentals, and it's just great for having fun with your friends or to have fun by yourself. Control mode needs to be permanent.